Okay, good evening, class. My name is Mr. Maluko. I would like to take you through our discussion today, which will be about network configuration and architecture. The key areas which we are going to discuss today are going to be about concepts, about protocols and devices. Let us start by defining what is a configuration. Configuration is the arrangement and the setup of hardware and software components in a computer system or network. It involves specifying settings and parameters to ensure proper functioning and optimal performance. We'll also talk about network architecture. When we talk about network architecture, it is about the structure and the design of a computer network. We'll also define how different devices and the components are interconnected. Our first step will be about OSI model. Gibson, can you take us through this model?
Okay, under the OSI model, you have 7 layers, where we have physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. Under the physical layer, we can state that it deals with the physical connection between devices and the transmission of raw bit streams over a physical media. Then layer number 2 is a data link layer, which provides node-to-node data transfer and handles error correction from the physical layer. Network layer manages data transfer between different networks and handles packet routing. Layer number 4, transport layer, ensures reliable data transfer, error recovery, and flow control. Protocols under it, we have TCP and UDP. Session layer manages sessions or connections between applications. Then layer number 6 is presentation layer that translates data between the application layer and the network formats, including encryption and comprehension. The last layer under the OSI layer, we have application layer that provides network services directly to the user applications. The protocols under it include HTTP, FTP, and SMTP. Thank you.
Next, we'll discuss about the TCP/IP protocol suite, and Cornelius will take us through those models.
Okay, thank you, instructor Mr. Javed. The next topic we are tackling is TCP/IP protocol suite. It's a 4-layer model, and the first layer is network interface layer, or otherwise called link layer. Corresponds to the OSI's physical and data transmissions of data and hardware addressing. Layer, which corresponds to the OSI network layer and handles logical addressing and routing, or protocol IP. The third layer is transport layer, similar to the OSI's transport layer. This provides end-to-end communication, reliability, and flow control. Protocols, for example, there is TCP and UDP. And the last layer, which is the fourth layer, is the application layer, which corresponds to the OSI's session layer, presentation layer, and application layers. This provides protocols for specific data communications, and examples are HTTP, FTP, and SMTP. Also, we are going to touch on Ethernet. And what is Ethernet? It is a technology for local area networks, that is LAN, LANs in abbreviation. It uses a pass or a star topology and supports high-speed data transmission. And we've got a standard, which its standard is IEEE 802.3. Thank you, Walim.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Cornelius, for taking us through the TCP/IP model and also the Ethernet. Next, we will discuss about network protocols. And Victor, I request you to take us through this.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, for the network protocols, we first define protocol as a set of rules governing data exchange and communication between network devices. And our first protocol is the Transmission Control Protocol, or the Internet Protocol, TCP/IP. This protocol ensures reliable data transmission. And for TCP, its function is to handle data segmentation and reassembly. While for the IP protocol, it manages addressing and routing of packets. So next is the User Datagram Protocol, or the UDP. This is a connectionless protocol which provides faster but reliable data transmission. And it's commonly used in applications where speed is critical, such as instances where video streaming is used. And the next protocol is also the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or the HTTP. This protocol is used in transferring web pages and resources. It operates at the application layer, and it forms the basis of data communication on the World Wide Web. Next, we have a file transfer protocol. or the FTP. This protocol is responsible for transmission of files between computers, and it supports file uploading and downloading. It also operates on the application layer of the OSI model. Next, we have the DCP/IP, or the Distributed Component Integration Protocol. This protocol is used for integrating distributed systems and components. It mainly facilitates communication and coordination among distributed applications. We also have Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, or DHCP, which automatically assigns IP addresses to given devices on a network. It simplifies network administration by ensuring unique IP addresses and reduces conflicts. Yeah, I think that's the end of the protocol, types of the protocols.
Thank you very much, Victor, for taking us through the network protocols. I wish now to introduce Nathan, who will take us through network operating system and also connecting and configuring network devices. Thank you very much. Victor. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you, Mr. Maluk. Network operating system softwares are softwares that manages network resources and enable communication between devices. An example of these softwares are Linux and Unix. We've got also Windows servers. They provide services such as file sharing, print access, and user management. Let us look at how to connect and configure network devices. Connecting devices. We use cables, switches, routers, and wireless access points. We ensure proper physical connection and cabling standards. While configuring these devices, we set up IP addresses, subnet masks, and gateways. Configuring device-specific settings, e.g., firewall rules, routing protocols. We use of management interface, such as command line interface and graphical user interface. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nathan, for taking us through network operating system and also connecting and configuring network devices. We'll have a summary of what we have done, and one of the key areas which we have discussed is about importance of network configuration and architecture. We have also discussed about understanding network models, that is OSI and the TCP/IP. And also we have familiarized ourselves with the essential network protocols. We have also discussed about the role of network operating systems and the steps of connecting and configuring network devices. As I end the lesson, I would like to give you an assignment. And the first question will be about, what does TCP and the UDP stand for? Then again, the second one is about, explain the DHCP briefly. Thank you, and I wish you well. May we meet in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, you Alafu nani ulikuwa usikizi?
Hapo